Folks, if you would take your seat, we're going to start in a second, please.
Please join with me as we salute our nation's flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. I'd like to introduce Shafarli Dars, a 2017 graduate of the Healthcare Science Academy of the Morris County School of Technology. She is now a freshman at the University of California, Berkeley, where I'm sure she can't wait to get back to after college.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Right. Eight. Forward. Hard.
devotion of St. Andrew Greek Orthodox Church gives the invocation.
You know, when people ask me, where are you from, Father John? I say, oh, from St. Andrew, Greek Orthodox Church. They say, oh, what church is that? I say, well, that's the Greek Orthodox Church in Randolph. They say, oh, the one that does the festival. Yes, the church that does the festival. And we're proud of our festival. Recently, somebody approached me, again, which church are you, Father? And I says, oh, I'm at St. Andrew, the Greek Orthodox Church. And I was about to say the one that does the festival, and they said, no. They said to me, no, you're the one that's at Faith Kitchen. You know, your church is serving at Faith Kitchen. I said, yes, it is. Oh, and your church is also the one that does the pillows, you know, that was donated to the hospital. I said, yes, that's the one, you know, and donated the blankets. You know, and I said, wow, I says, thank you. You know, it's nice to be known for something other than our festival, for the ministry that we provide. And we're so very pleased and so very proud, of course, of the festival, but of those beautiful ministries that so many of our parishioners are involved in. And I'm very honored and pleased to be here this evening to give the invocation. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. O Christ our God, we ask and pray that you accept this prayer from those who call upon you as we begin this new year. Preserve us, your servants, who minister to your flock and to all your people. Grant our county officials and all our political leaders your wisdom and guidance as they carry out their duties. Speak peace and blessings in their hearts for your holy church and for all your peoples, in order that we may live calm and peaceful lives in all godliness and dignity. Grant peace to our armed forces and to all our first responders. And remember that all your people present here, and bless all your people in holiness. Grant that we may meditate upon your righteousness at all times and in every season. Guide us in our actions so that we may do what is pleasing to you. And may you find us worthy to stand at your right hand. Deliver our brothers and sisters who are in captivity. Visit those who are sick. Protect those who are in danger at sea. Give rest to the souls of those who have fallen asleep in the hope of eternal life, where the light of your face shines. Hear the petitions of all those who beseech you for your help. For you are the giver of good things, and to you do we give the glory, together with your eternal Father and your holy good and life-giving Spirit, now and forever, to the ages of ages. Amen. God bless you all. Happy New Year.
Please be seated.
Please join us in a moment of silence in the observance of the passing of former Governor Brendan Boone. Thank you. Please be seated.
Adequate notice of this meeting held this 5th day of January 2018 has been provided through resolution adopted by the board on November 8, 2017, and through the posting of said resolution in the Administration and Records Building, and by mailing the resolution to all newspapers circulating in the county, and by filing a copy of same with the Morris County Clerk and the Clerk of this board. I have received from the Morris County Board of County Canvassers a certificate showing the determination of the election of Heather J. Darling as freeholder for a term of 3 years, and that she has placed said certificates on file. At this time, I ask Heather J. Darling to come forward to take the oath of office for freeholder. Officiating will be the Honorable Carl F. Ronco, former Roxbury Municipal Court Judge, and holding the Bible will be Laurel Whitney and Ray Tahan.
And if you would place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, and please repeat after me. I, state your name,
I, Heather Darling,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and justly perform
perform
all the duties of the office of
all the duties of the office of
Freeholder of the County of Morris,
Freeholder of the County of Morris,
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my
So
abilities.
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Wow, I can't believe how many people are here tonight. It's about 2 degrees outside. I'm so honored. I know that there's a list of dignitaries that are here today. There are a few people who I know are not on the list. I just want to mention their names because they did come all the way out on this cold night just for me because I had asked them to. One is professional fighter Larry Curitan here with the camera. Another, we have in the back the Bergen County Chairman, Paul DiGaetano. In addition to our own Morris County Sheriff, who I know will be announced in a short time, we have the Union County Sheriff, Peter Cavelli. Two very dear friends of mine that have been very supportive. We have Chief Paul Phillips here from Parsippany. And we have Chief Chiro Tremento from Butler. I also see that former Parsippany Mayor Jamie Barbario was kind enough to join us. And I know this year it's supposed to be a little bit shorter than usual, so there's no benediction. But Reverend Sidney Williams was kind enough to come here this evening and be with us because I had asked him to bless my candidacy. So, since it's my night, I might go a little bit long here, and I apologize in advance. But 2 years ago, I explored a run for Freeholder. There was talk of needing a team, fundraising, the difficulty of fundraising by yourself when other people were out there that you had to compete with that were teams. And I ultimately decided it wasn't the time for me, but I did know that I would run soon. Last year at this time, there was a young man named Hank Lyon sitting up here on the dais. And Hank was an independent voice on the Freeholder board, which is something that I intend to be. He didn't have a team or a line or a clique. Hank listened to everyone, he learned, and he formulated his own ideas that he brought to the board. He was the kind of person that I believe that the Freeholder board should have, and I have no intention of running against him. But last February, Hank decided to announce that he was not running for his Freeholder seat, that he would be running for Assembly. When the announcement came, there were several people who jumped right in. I took a week to think about it and determine whether I had the time to make the commitment and the ability to make the commitment given my business at that time. When I made the announcement that I was running, only about a week after everyone else had jumped in the pool, I found myself being called a late entry and that I was told I was too far behind to catch up. And I couldn't believe that that happened just because I took a week to make sure that I was in the right place to be doing this. But I thank those people now for their naysaying because it motivated me just to work that much harder. As it turns out, the week was well worth it. During that week, I consulted with several individuals, some of whom I'm happy to see here today, and some of them unfortunately were unable to be here today. But some gave me encouragement that I still remember every day. Some called me every single day to make sure that I was working hard, no matter how tired I was. And as it turns out, it really is hard to compete with people who have deep pockets of their own or who've already been fundraising and know how it's done. And it's hard to compete when there's a team of individuals out working for somebody, going to 5 or 6 events a day as an individual. But fortunately, I'm willing to work hard, and more importantly, I found that I did have a team behind me. And that team grew as I moved through the primary. Some gave funds, some gave time, some gave both. And there aren't enough ways to thank people who got behind me back then. They designed literature, they provided ideas, they handed out carnations for Mother's Day in a monsoon. I don't know if anyone remembers that weekend, but it was a monsoon. They were putting newspapers in plastic bags on front porches before sunrise in the cold November rain. They were wrapping their own cars with my likeness. They were making sure that a trailer was being moved very visibly all around Morris County with my image on it. Thank you isn't enough for all those things that these people did for me. After June, more people got on board, and the others stayed. Some redesigned the literature, redesigned the campaign signs, and pushed me on the hard days. Others went door to door with me in their own neighborhoods and others. They told me when events were, they joined me at events. Sometimes they would give up an entire day on a weekend to go to 5 or 6 events with me. As I'd exhausted my funds in the primary, a few people who were here in this room tonight helped me and showed me how to raise funds so that I could get at least one mailer out to the whole county for the general election. They made sure that letters were printed for me so that I could send them out to people that were voting by mail. Others labeled them, stuffed, sealed, stamped envelopes, thousands of envelopes. People came in every day to put together signs for me as election day neared. Some went out overnight planting signs all over the county to make sure that my message was visible, and others called their friends to ask for votes. Ultimately, many of the people in this room that I'm speaking to tonight, we did it. Thank you all. But thanks will never be enough, because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be standing up here saying this to you tonight. What I will do for you is I'll be a direct line to the Freeholder Board about the concerns of the citizens of Morris County. And what I will do is work every day to be the person that you believed in when you did all the things that you did for me. One last time, thank you.
I will now call the roll for attendance. Freeholder Cabana.
Here.
Freeholder Cesaro.
Here.
Freeholder Darling.
Here.
Freeholder DiFilippo. Here. Freeholder Mastrangelo.
Here.
Freeholder Myers.
Here.
Freeholder Smith.
Here.
A quorum is established.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 2018 stated annual meeting of the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Thank you all for coming here tonight. Good evening. I wish everyone a healthy and prosperous new year. I wish to congratulate Heather Darling on her election to the board and look forward to working with her.
Also start off by congratulating Heather Darling for being sworn in tonight. Best of luck to you.
Meeting, and once again, congratulations to Heather, to our new clerk, Debbie Lynch. And I wish each and every one of you a happy new year.
And welcome aboard, Heather. Welcome to Heather, and I'm very impressed that you don't have your glasses to read, but I do.
I've been at reorganization meetings like this all week, and the speeches I've heard are repeatedly about what the team or certain individuals have done for the team and for the town. Now I'm here. My goal is to deliver on the promises that I made to Morris County to make Morris County better with Heather. I've done plenty. What I did was not as a member of this Freeholder Board, but it was for Morris County. My 3 subcategories of what I plan to do are to decrease the burden on the individual taxpayers through economic development to bring business ratables to our county, to bring jobs to Morris County through economic development. And the third one is a little more difficult to explain, but it goes a little bit like this. When I was running for office, I spoke to many people about many things, but no matter what we talked about, the most asked question was, what is a freeholder? Even worse, it wasn't a good feeling when people who did know what a freeholder does, or at least think they do, referred to them as freeloaders. Some said that the position of freeholder shouldn't exist. This board of 7 runs your county. Freeholders oversee many distinct departments within the county that offer services to 39 individual municipalities, including social services, county parks, paving of county roads, and some of the things that you've heard discussed this evening. Many in the county have been interested in transparency and having an opportunity to participate in government by making their voices heard. The 7 individuals of this board are all over the county for events. In the past weeks, we've been at holiday parties and town reorganization meetings. Throughout the year, I was with them, so I know they're at grand openings, festivals, Chamber of Commerce meetings, and other community events. The freeholders are visible and accessible. My goal is for the citizens of Morris County to approach us when they see us, or to contact us with issues so that we can help. I want the citizens of Morris County to come to know freeholders as valuable advocates who are accessible within the community. These are my goals, but I'm only one of 7 on this board, and everyone knows there's no I in team. The only way I can accomplish my goals is with the concerted efforts of everyone sitting on this board with me tonight and the county employees. These people sitting here with me are all seasoned freeholders. They have knowledge of various aspects of the county, and I look forward to learning with them, working with them, as well as making my own contributions to the collected effort that this board brings to Morris County. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
Thanks go out to the Morris County Sheriff's Color Guard for presenting this evening's colors, to our bagpiper, Detective Supervisor Matthew Potter of the Morris County Prosecutor's Office, to our singer Shifale Das, formerly of the Morris County School of Technology. And I'd also like to thank Father John Theosian from St. Andrew's Greek Orthodox Church in Randolph for his blessing on this celebration, to the clerk of the board, Debbie Lynch, and to her staff, Diane Ketchum, Susan Alley, Janet Donaldson, and Josephine Porcino, for helping make this evening a success. Thanks to Chris Walker and the Buildings and Grounds crew for their assistance with this evening's event, and a thanks to the students and staff at the Morris County School of Technology for the preparation and presentation of the food and beverage that you're all going to now enjoy. So now let's get something to eat and drink. For those heading home, please drive safely. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor? Aye.